Hi, I'm Dominic Robson-Neal,
I'm Zell Folks,
and this is Inside the Ropes.
Boxing Show.
All right. Hi, I'm Dominic Robson-Neal with another episode of Inside the Ropes. I got my boy Marlon Clemens. And Coach, introduce yourself.
How you guys doing? My name's Luis Morphine. I'm in the Army, currently a trainer at Burgess Boxing down in Spring Lake, North Carolina.
And he's up here today, brought his relative up for a little sparring. So today we're going to discuss what we sitting here having a little debate about Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. I said Devin's going to be too big for him. He probably run Lomachenko out of there. Remember, you heard it first. He probably going to run Loma out of there. Yeah, I know he high-tech and all that stuff from the past. It ain't happening in this fight. Go ahead, Coach. Say what you got to say about it.
If they was to fight 10 times, Devin would probably win 8 times out of 10. But this opportunity right here with everybody counting Lomachenko out, I believe he's on a mission, and he's going to shock the world and take his straps back. I've been saying it. Devin doesn't have a chin. I don't watch every fight that Devin has available to watch. He has no punching power. Look, Loma's going to dance circles around Devin. All right? This ain't it. You heard it here first.
When the last time Loma danced circles around somebody?
Hey.
Tell me. I'm just asking.
Hey.
Coach, let me get your opinion, Coach. What do you think?
Well, I honestly think Devin Haney hasn't had to use his power against the people he's fought. I don't think he's going to stand in front of Loma for him to do all that crafty stuff. So I honestly think Devin Haney's going to not stop him, but he's going to win. But he's going to be the more movable fighter. He's going to use his speed, his youth, his strength,
his range. Yeah. And see, a lot of times people get caught up in style, but styles make fights.
Absolutely.
So if I can look like Lomachenko on that punching bag, I can sit there, pop, 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 pop. Boy, y'all like, ooh, he look good. But now you put a moving target in front of me, I look like my age. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the style make fights, and it's the fighter that makes the fight, because I always use this example. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Madonna? I mean, let's say from an A to F rating, what would you give Madonna, Marcos Madonna?
From an A to F. Probably like a C.
What would you give him?
About to see.
A C, right? Now, Floyd Mayweather is probably arguably the greatest boxer of all time, right? A C+ fighter made him fight for his life. Why? Because the style. And he didn't let Floyd sit there and pose and do all. He put the smoke on him, and that's why a lot of people say, "Man, I thought Madonna won that fight." You know, if you don't really have an eye for boxing, they thought Madonna won the fight.
Right.
But the style make the fight. Just like another prime example, Joe Frazier gave Muhammad Ali near-death fights, right? All 3 times.
Right.
George Foreman came and knocked Frazier out in 2 rounds, right? Then Muhammad Ali came back and whooped George Foreman.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing about boxing I like is we can say how we think a fight gonna go,
Right.
but until you see it on paper, until you see it in the ring, it can look good on paper, but until they actually fight, that's why we make the fights. Because just like a lot of y'all thought Ryan Garcia was gonna do something with Tank. When I sat here and told you, I said, man, it's probably going to be one of Tank's easiest fights because of the style, the fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you're looking for. So that's why I think you take sometimes a small man, it's hard for him to beat a big man. I don't care, even if let's say I'm bigger than you and you have more skill. But sometimes my physicality going to negate your skill because I'm just bigger than you, physically bigger than you. You understand what I'm saying?
So what's the keys to victory for Loma to pull the upset in your eyes? What does he have to do?
What would Loma have to do to beat him? Loma gonna have to press him. He gonna have to full court press him. If he sit back and try to box Devin, he gonna be dodging jabs, right? And right hands and left hooks. But if he gonna have to press him and try to take Devin to deep waters and drown him. That's just my opinion. What do you think, Coach?
I think if the crafty stuff does work, those angles he has,
Right.
that's gonna probably cause him a problem. He does get to execute him the way he used to. That's gonna cause Devin Haney a lot of problems. 'Cause I don't think he's ever seen that.
That's what I'm banking on right there.
But it all depends on the game plan, you know.
Loma, old man that been on ruck marches. His feet hurt. He can't dance and do angles no more. He feel like he been on ruck marches. he can't.
I will tell you this: if Devin looks impressive in this fight, I gotta give him his props. You know,
One thing you can't beat is youth. For all the time. See, another thing, and one thing about boxing, you never know which fight a guy gonna get old in. Right? So let's say Loma had almost 400 amateur fights, right? I don't know how many, he got like 16, 17 pro fights. But they're all high caliber. They're all high caliber pro fights. So take those and make them 30 because those weren't just your regular run-of-the-mill skips and all them type, you know what I'm saying,
to
fights.
build your career,
Right.
right.
So he had real hard fights. So now, you don't know how old is Loma? 35?
He's about there.
about that.
Yeah, you don't know what fight he gonna get old because you always have one fight when guys stay around too long. You look at him, he like, man, he got old overnight. You know what I'm saying? He got old overnight. So I don't know. Hopefully it's a good fight. But the good thing about it is I'm glad two good boxers are fighting each other. Tank and Ryan, Loma and Devin. So that's good for boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully more big fights to come too.
Yeah,
Right.
Lomo is 35.
35.
years old.
So what do you think about? Think Crawford and Spence gonna do it?
I think they're gonna do
I
it.
think that'll end up happening.
Well, I think they got pressure on them now because everybody else fighting everybody else. Only thing about it is, PBC, so I heard Joshua might be fighting Dante Wilder come December. Who you like on that fight?
Joshua is still keeping Derrick James as trainer.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think
I'm
Josh was
I'm gonna go with
I
Deontay
think he got
Wilder.
a chin.
I'm gonna go with Deontay Wilder.
I'm going with Wilder,
Yeah,
man.
I'm
Wilder.
going with Wilder.
Listen, I tell you, man. Listen what I told you. Joshua could win 11 and 3/4 rounds, right? But as soon as he get hit on his damn forehead or his chin,
Yep.
he gonna sleep. So I already know. I just
Yeah,
know
definitely.
Deontay Wilder. If he can't, if Joshua don't get out there and just bum rush him and just try to beat him up, which is not in his nature,
That's not
you know what I'm saying? That's not him.
Right.
But I think Wilder knock his ass.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Wilder knock him out, man.
What do you think of the Canelo and Bivol if they do it again?
Beaver,
At what weight class?
75.
Yeah, Bivol say he's not coming
Yeah.
down. No, Bivol wants to come down at 168.
Yeah.
He wants all the belts.
Man, they can fight at 50 pounds. Beaver is fundamentally sound. He controls the range great. His distance and spacing is excellent. He's basic. He uses jab, offense and defensively. He'll throw the right hand. He's just too fundamentally sound for Canelo. Canelo is a good boxer, but he not. After watching him against Beaver, he ain't fundamentally sound. Then I watched Canelo last night.
He went the whole 12 rounds.
Man, he can't beat Beaver. I mean, he could fight Beaver 1,000 times. Just that stylistic part of that matchup can't beat him. Well, this has been another episode of Inside the Ropes. Appreciate y'all coming out. Marlon, get that bread up when Devin and Lomachenko fight. Come out June 10th. Jalen Horseman Prisoner will be fighting at the Jamil Shrine Temple. Come on out. Coach gonna be up here stationed at Fort Bragg. At Fort Jackson coming from Fort Bragg. So you'll start seeing him more on the videos too. All right. Thank you.
Out.